I'm waiting till it start. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hope all is great again today. Today, we're going to continue our conversation about our next 4 years being in this new administration that will be coming up for us in 2025. So, we're going to go ahead and get started with the conversation. And I want to say, hey, thanks for the love. Thanks. Okay, now I want to say to you that yesterday was a start off in the conversation. So if you missed that video yesterday, listen to it before I turn it off. Okay. Alrighty. So now I have my other platform. So if you see me looking away from this camera, I'm not trying to just look away. I'm trying to give everybody my undivided attention. And I want to be able to share with everybody what is out here. The next 4 years, our survival plan for the next 4 years. And this is very important. And I know it's very important because my video yesterday that I put out was kind of suppressed a little bit. So I want you to share this video out and share it. Just please, if you can, just share this video. If you're listening to me, share it out. That way the algorithm will let everybody know that, hey, Sandy is on, because I want you to hear it live, because if there are any questions, I want to be able to answer them for you. Okay. All righty. Now, let's go ahead and get in the conversation. Now, surviving these next 4 years, the reason why I said yesterday, there were 3 things that I felt like any small business or any entrepreneur, if you are going to have a business in 2025 and beyond, I think that, let me go ahead and change these. Let me switch a rule here. I believe that you need to have, sorry for making y'all dizzy over here. I need to plug in because that battery is going down. I want you to be able to have what you need to have for this upcoming have this ammunition of what you need to have. But I definitely want y'all to have this information because it's going to benefit your business. And if you are starting, you haven't started yet, you need to know this. You definitely need to know what I'm about to say. And no matter what kind of business you have, or having a component of government contracting implemented in it, whether it's going to be state, it's going to be, local, which is your county, like your city government, whether it's going to be that, or whether it's going to be state, or it's going to be federal. Those are the 3 that we need to pay attention, that we need to definitely be interested in. And so I'm going to give you a little information here that I feel like it needs to start off before we get into the deep of the conversation. I want you to have this info, and it says this is coming from a news MSN, and this is coming from, according to Forbes magazine. It made it, they gave us let's talk about the next 4 years that we're going to experience. That's what we're going to have to talk about. Well, we don't have to have this conversation, y'all. This is nothing that we can't talk about. We need to talk about this. This is nothing that we can avoid right now. Okay. No matter what business, listen to me, no matter what business you get ready to start, no matter what business that you already in, having a contract, whether it's going to be local with your county procurement, state, or federal, is going to be advantageous for you. Okay. We're going to talk about a little bit of other things too, but I just do want you to know that we don't need to leave this out. Now, for one of the people that will be in the cabinet in the new administration is going to be Elon Musk, right? He's a billionaire too. But let me just tell you a little bit about all of these billionaires that's going to be in this presidency. And then I want to give you some business ideas. If you don't have a business, I want to share some ideas with you. Okay, so that way would this come, and like I say, let this be interactive. Now, you guys ask me some questions if you need to. I'm looking out now. Yes, and I'm getting ready to talk. I'm getting ready to do that right now. Jamie is Jamie. Yes. Okay. Now, in the election, there were promises made that they're not going to be kept. So, for hardworking citizens, there's things, a lot of things are not going to be in place. It's not going to be favorable for working class citizens, because the whole administration is going to be filled with billionaires. Billionaires don't think like the normal people. Let's get that clear, okay? Let's just clear that up. They don't think. Now, the Project 2025, that has been, and I talked about that few months ago. We're not going to really get into that, but you researched Project 2025 yourself and see exactly what's in it, what is not, what is in the plan, what's not going to be there, and a lot of things is going to be cut for the working class. Okay, now let me get in here. I'm going to give you the names of the people, and I'm going to give you a little background of who will be in the administration, which they are billionaires. Now, they are going to be in favor of a lot of things that business owners, this is why I'm having this conversation with y'all, business owners are prone to do in business, like real estate, building houses. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Building houses, um, investment. You see how crypto and Bitcoin is going up, all of these things, and they're having is a total different language than the average person speak. So while you quietly around enjoying the holidays, doing things like you normally do them, they're having meetings and talking about what's going to be in 2025. And they start planning already, been planning before the election was over. So they definitely are planning since they know the results. So where you can benefit from this, and like I said, the survival of the next 4 years is going to be for you to see what's going to be out here in whatever arena you are in, which I said the three things. One of them, the three are government contracting from the procurement, city, county, the state, and the federal opportunities. You definitely need to have that component in your business, no matter what business you do. Okay. All right. Now, this incoming administration are mostly billionaires, right? So they got the language, the Wall Street conversations. They talk that language that some of us we don't even have. Okay, we don't even have we don't want to talk about it. It's boring to us. Money's not boring to us, but those kind of level of conversation. So, in other words, now Elon Musk, which his net worth is $343 billion. And he's one of the bigger players in all of this. Okay. And do you know this? He has plenty of government contracts. This is partly how, outside of investments, this is partly how he's able to do as well as he's done in his business. Okay. And then also, he got at least 10 billion, and I'm reading this from MSN. I'm just kind of going to go over it, and I'm just going to kind of give you a little bit on each person in the administration. And this is very important. How many of you listening to me have children? Yeah, y'all have kids in school. The education system is getting ready to do a little thing too. Something I think you need to be paying attention to. It's going to be privatized. So how is that going to benefit me? Although my child's in school, well, this new administration is saying that they want to make sure that the state can control that. That means more charter schools. That means more control of what the education system and what your children is being taught, that is learning. That means the public education is probably, money is not going to be directed to them like it used to be. So you got to pay attention to that. So what do that mean for you? What does that mean? Linda McMahon will be the one that has been appointed, if the Senate approves her, that will be over, which she has no formal education. She has no formal education in this Department of Education. She will be over that. She's never taught school before in her life. So she will be the one over it. And with no formal education, there's no telling how she's going to chop that up and gut it out, or whatever she's going to do to it. There's no telling what she's going to do, how she's going to do it. But I know what it won't benefit the average American. Okay. And then I'm going to give you a list of some of the things that the vulnerable that will be cut out in this administration too, that I feel like you need to be thinking about too. Everything is, a lot of things just snowball all into one, and how you can benefit from it. If you know some of these things are going to be cut or whatever, it would be good for you to see what kind of business can you start within this, administration, because people are going to need services definitely that are going to have to be cut. One thing I do want to say, because I think I had a note down, I had a note written down about it. Farmland. Let me see. Yeah, these are my little notes because I didn't want to forget these. Farmland is going to be very, very important. Remember, there a few days ago, there was there was a promise in the election that the food prices would not go up. Well, that has changed. That's changed. Which that was what the running the running conversation was. That was the running talking points for Trump's administration when he ran for president. He said, "Well, food prices won't be affected. Y'all don't have to worry about that." Well, that's a bold-faced story. Yes, the food prices is going to be highly effective. So there's farmland. I think there's I can't think of the website right now. I'm gonna have to pull it up, but I'll pull it up as we're talking. It's it has plenty of farmland that that you can purchase. So if anybody on here can afford to purchase some land, stop. Anybody can purchase some farmland, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, in the transportation sector, that's going to be a little issue too. That's going to be a little problem as well. For it can benefit somebody, but it's going to be problems in the other areas. Okay, in homes, all of these things are this new administration is getting ready to try to cut everything because they're going to line their pockets. These are all billionaires. These are his boys. They all gonna benefit. So you can benefit in this administration as well. You need to play chess right about now. That's why I say we play chess and not checkers. So let's see. There's gonna be some even even the president's um his son-in-law's father, Charles Kushner, has a family fortune of $7 billion, right? And so anyway, he's going to be a part of the cabinet too. Let me see. Let's see here. Okay, there's going to be a drastic cut in the government services and government spending. Now, what that mean for you? I'm glad you asked. So let me go ahead and talk about that real quick before I go on to the next. That's the Affordable Care Act. That's medication. That's our health. Those are going to be cut. The Medicare, the Medicaid, the children health insurance programs that they have. Those are going to be slashed, diced, or however. We don't know how much they'll be cut, but they will be cut. Prescription drug assistance programs, substance abuse treatment programs. So see, listen at all of this, and then you can say, okay, now what does this mean for the country? What does this mean? A lot for the country, because if you got all of these things that are being cut, that's not good. That's not good. And even the substance abuse and treatment programs now, you have a lot of a lot of rehab facilities. They're going to suffer. There's going to be That's going to hurt them too as well. So you got to see exactly what's being hurt. Now nutrition, I guess the SNAP program, that's going to be cut. So if all of these things are out here feeding, they're helping, and they're going to be cut, then somebody got to come up with a game plan. So you see, so you need to start thinking, yeah, you're right, the heck with it, but hey, but we can say that, but the programs, so that's why we have to be sufficient for ourselves. That's why we have to do what we have to do. I know he don't. That's why we having this conversation. So that means you need to care, and you need to get you need to get a business going so where you can have some resources and income. If you're not moving out of the country, you got to do something. You got to come up with a game plan. And so this is what this is what our conversation is about. But I'm just sharing with you some of the programs in that Project 2020, 2020, 2025, 2020, 2025. That is what we're here discussing because it is definitely a major situation right now, and we need to know about all of these things. Now let's talk about the housing, the Section 8 vouchers. A lot of people, that's going to change public housing programs. So, in other words, we got to get up, we got to learn how to be self sufficient. And the one way to do that is starting your business, starting a business, starting and growing and finding out a need and get off our lords and do something other than worry about depending on the government. But I want to show you, I want to open your eyes because you can say forget about the government all you want to, but if you don't have a plan to forget about the government and do something self sufficiently, then guess what? You gonna suffer. Yeah, well, don't worry about it. Just be true to yourself. I understand. I'm tired of it too. But be true to yourself. Then you ain't got to worry about who lied to you. When you true to yourself, guess what? You ain't got to worry about the liars out there. That's in any situation in life, whether it be government or what or anything. So these are some other things too. And just like like educational programs, Head Start, early childhood, like different support programs, all these things, and see all of this, the domestic violence shelters and programs, all of this. So if all of these programs are needed to kind of keep some rest in society, what's going to happen? Have you ever thought about that? What's going to happen now if these things are not funded and some of them go away or they decrease, and then these programs are struggling and then people can't, huh? What are you going to do then? Something has to happen. It's not going to go well with this country if it don't. So, we have to sit here and address this. We have to talk about it. We have to have a conversation. We need to pick up our own our own selves by our own bootstrap. But we got to face it. We got to face reality. We got to face what's going on and do something about it. Exactly. It does. It really does. You're right. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. Even you're right. Like Hope said, even if it's uncomfortable, we still have to talk about it. We have to have a conversation because y'all not having a conversation. Y'all trying to avoid the issue and y'all trying to say, yeah, it's gonna work out, it's gonna fix. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen through osmosis. And that's our biggest problem too. We don't want to talk about stuff and we don't want to address it. And like Hope said, we don't want to be uncomfortable and come up with a plan. Exactly. And that's what I'm here to do, to help y'all come up with a plan. Even Pell Grants, college financial aid, all of these programs are going to take a cut in a lot of this, possibly. Transportation assistance, rural public transportation, veteran transportation, national security is even at threat a lot, in a lot of ways. There's an over, don't forget about the insurrection now, because there's a lot of things that they want to happen. And if y'all keep turning your backs to what's really going on, it just may happen. And it's going to affect you in the long run. And then what you're going to do and what you're going to say. But if you just turn the blind eye, just like in the election, do you know 89 million people didn't vote in this last election? There was 244 666,809 altogether that was eligible, and only 89 million didn't vote. 89 million didn't vote. Wow. So a lot of people ain't got no reason to say nothing but get out here and make it happen. Look, your opportunity, you passed up your opportunity. If you didn't vote, you passed up your opportunity. You're going to have to make it happen. Cap. You're going to really have to do something to make it happen, because if you can, this is no time for you to just sit around and thinking it's going to be okay. I get it. but you are the minority. You're not the majority, Muhammad Bryant. I understand that. You didn't vote. I understand that. I got you. Yeah, so and then utilities and the internet access, broadband connection, energy assistance, weatherization, all these kind of programs will be possibly cut. Not saying they will, but they may. Did y'all hear about the energy? There was a, I think there was the energy board. They were saying, speaking of a lot of things that's coming up with the tariffs, and it was, pleading their case to the president-elect Trump, saying that, please just be mindful of what's going to happen with the tariffs, because the average consumer, our electric bills are going to go up, our gas is going to go up. Homeowners, some of them we may not be able to afford, the high gas costs. So y'all can say what you want to say, don't care. It's going to affect everybody. So having something and seeing where the problem is, solving a problem here is going to be your best bet. And starting a business is the beginning of it. Okay. All right. Whether it's something that you're passionate about, whether you're gifted for, even whatever business you start, even a catering business can do a government contract. So don't don't think that it can't happen. But it can. And then also a few more other things that I need you to think about as I give you the other administration billionaires that's a part of in how certain areas will be affected. Mental health, the domestic violence hotlines and crisis hotlines, homeless outreach program, mental health, you know, facilities, all of this. And then even I don't know how much it will affect, but it may even affect veteran supporting services, and that's the last thing that need to be affected. But we know through history that it has been, right? I will. I sure will. I definitely will. I'll say a prayer for you, and keep Muhammad Bryant in your prayers. He didn't say exactly what, but we will definitely keep you in our prayers. So, and then like employment support, all of these things is going to be impacted. And only thing I'm saying to you is get yourself, start a business, do something. You don't have to connect with me on that level. But I just want you to do it and do it legit, so where you can be able to get some of these opportunities with the contracting opportunities that may come, whether however you do it. And I know farmland, transportation, and home building will definitely take a different turn. Real estate investing, that's going to be favorable, because I mean, and I think homes will too, but any kind of real estate, because where the president-elect, that's his history and that's his background in real estate. So anything that he's attached to and affiliated with, playing chess, not checkers, that is what's going to explode and implode. That's what I believe. So I'm just saying. But let me go ahead and continue to give you a few of the billionaires that will be in the administration and how they are going to be impacting this administration as well. Now, I talked about Linda, Frank Bassino. He's going to be with the Social Security Administration. And remember, I just told you about those programs that possibly. Now, he's worth more than $900 million, almost $1 billion. And he he'll be overseeing the Americans Retirement Benefits Administration now, and seeing all of these people that are a part of his cabinet. How in the world, most of them they've never had the experience. They don't have the compassion for, they're just there to pocket. They're the pocket that fill their pockets, in my opinion. And Stephen Finberg, he'll be the deputy, and then a deputy defense. He's worth, he has a $5 billion net worth. And None of these people have the experience in the areas where they were appointed. That's the scary part. That's the most scariest part there. And that's the most concerning part. So, how do you think they're going to govern when they have no political weight? They have no political govern. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. They have no they have no experience in these areas where they are. Now, the company was okay. Now, this company, he has a company that contracted out through government contracting. I guess it's back was some years ago. He has invested in hypersonic missiles, and a lot of these appointed cabinets are they're like the they have a lot of conflict of interest. There's a lot of conflict of interest because they just it's like almost like they double dipping. And then also this is Stephen Finberg. He's also had defense contracts. He's had the government contracts already in the administration, and working being in the part of the administration, you can't have that affiliation. That's a conflict of interest all in itself. But what I'm saying is most of these people that will be in the cabinet, they have gotten contracts on whatever business they have gotten multi-billion dollars, which has, contributed to their net worth in this administration. And Jared Isaacman, NASA administration, he's worth $3 billion. And I think he's the founder of a Pennsylvania-based processing firm, Shift 4 Payments, and defense firm Draken International, which he sold to a multi-million dollar asset manager, Blackstone, for a reporting nine-figure sum. So some of his businesses that he's sold already, but still, they're Charles Kushner, which is the father. I mean, that's the father of Trump's son-in-law, which he's a part of his cabinet. He's worth $7 billion, and he is a co-founder of a real estate development company. And here again, like I just said earlier about real estate. So what do you think they're going to be doing? They're going to have their best own interest, their best interest. But here again, if it's going to be something in the administration that you see that you can benefit from it as a business, like real estate investment, yes, I'm sure to the best, but you have to pay attention to what's going on. You have to really, really be sharp and really, really be paying attention to details and the opportunities that you can have in these particular businesses. These are businesses that most people anyway already want to get involved in. And there are, you have people selling you courses on real estate, how to get into real estate investment and all those kind of things, where I am sure, no doubt about it, that there will be all kind of opportunities in that area. So that's why I say the next 4 years, you can survive these next 4 years, but you got to play chess. You got to follow the money. You got to see what are these other people, what are they doing? What's going on? Don't complain about it. So I'm just trying to lay out the plan for you, your possible plan that you can have for yourself. Just like, for instance, that farmland. If there is a shortage and the prices is going to change, then go out and get you some farmland. Get some land and hire somebody to farm it. Especially in these, smaller towns, these most rural areas. There's somebody with the experience that can lead and show you and get you to going and how to do it. Yeah. And if have y'all really thought about it, this is why possibly that everybody, just think about the things that's going to really, really matter, especially in that arena for us, the farmland, and how things are going to grow, and how the economy can prosper in that area, because food and growing and livestock, that's a part of we need food to survive. So that is why the border, he want to close the borders too, and that's why everybody's possibly getting deported, because they come over here and they do a lot of that. They do a lot of that kind of work too, and then the labor work, building and construction and things like that. So Just saying, just some stuff to think about. Okay. Now, Kelly Loeffler will be the Small Business Administration, which is worth $1.1 billion, which was the former senator of Georgia serving as the CEO of Backett, a subsidiary of commodity and financial services providing intercontinental exchange, which her husband, Jeff Sprecher is the CEO. His net worth is estimated to be more than $1 billion according to Forbes. So that would be over the Small Business Administration from the federal level. So, each state has their SBA appointed administrator, but she would be the one over, the federal, over the whole administration of that department. Okay. And I'm just, and like I said, and of course, when this happened, when more people come into office, different people come into office, and he's trying to get rid of everybody that's in office now from, from the previous administration, there are a whole lot of things that get changed. Yeah. Let me see. Pledge this. I would not me. I wouldn't pledge. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He shouldn't have done what he did. That's my pledge for Diddy. No, you got to be a troll. No Diddy, no doubt. No, sir. I ain't thinking about it. No, no, no. Now let us begin. Let us continue. And then also the CEO of us, Howard Lutnick, the commerce will be the commerce secretary, which is worth $2 billion, and his estimated net worth, $2 billion was tapped into Department of Commerce. And let's see, he's serving as Trump's transition team co-chair. All right, I think he helped raise the money for the campaign for his and it was a campaign. He was a cheerleader for Trump's economic agenda. So the commerce, and I think that's probably the tariffs. That's the meat and potatoes of the tariff situation too. Yeah, broad. Yeah, because it says here, the agenda and the president-elect plans for broad tariffs. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Yeah, so that's what it just said. So, and like I said, I did call out Linda McMahon for the educational secretary. She's worth $2.5 billion, in which Elon Musk he's going to be the Department of Government Efficiency, $343 billion, and he plans to cut out a lot of excess, and then possibly may cut out a lot of programs. So you got to be careful of how you do things from here on out when it comes down to you just getting your opportunities out there. But it's going to be wild these next 4 years, and surviving these next 4 years is going to requires you to think strategically and play chess and not checkers, and think like a business owner. And so I would advise you, if you are one of the ones out here that say, hey, I want a business. I've been wanting to do this thing in my business. Because then also they're working on changing the tax laws and the tax codes. Yeah. So just look at some of the things that happened when he was in administration before, and then you can also prepare yourself. And you can you can be okay. You can definitely do that. You definitely can. So yeah. And then also there's the government. Okay, there's a few more. I'm not finished, but I just want to let you know. Okay, yeah, this is a very important. I was talking about the healthcare earlier. Vivek Ramaswamy Ramaswamy Ramaswamy. I think that's his name. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yes. That would be Elon Musk's co-chair, and he's the co-chair of the Doge, of Doge. He's a former pharmaceutical executive who briefly ran the Republican presidential nominee before dropping out to throw his support behind Trump. Okay, so he was running, and I guess he changed his mind. His net worth is like $1 billion himself, according to Forbes. I mean, that's what they are claiming. And Warren Stevens is the ambassador to UK, and he's worth $3 billion. Steve Witkoff is the envoy to the Middle East, and he's worth $1 billion. So you see, the billionaires are in the administration like no other. And all of these contracts that that they spoke against, and spoke about in the past of, yeah, we sending too much money overseas, ain't nothing gonna change. Because if anything, it's gonna be, they're gonna pass these laws, y'all. The bottom line is, and what I'm saying to you, they're gonna pass these laws to pocket their money, their pockets. They're gonna do, to line their pockets, to line their businesses. Although there's so much in here that is a conflict of interest, still is unreal. It's unbelievable. Okay, so all thing I'm saying to you is, you can survive this administration. You just have to be strategic, and you gotta start that business, get that business legit, get out of here and discover, how can my business be a part of all of this greatness that's coming through. When I say greatness, this greatness for the opportunities. Although something might be cut in one area where it can be helped in another area. And another thing that you can do too with your business is, a lot of things that are being cut off, some of you can have outside of your business. Now, I wouldn't recommend just doing this only, having a nonprofit, so where you can help in areas in your communities where these businesses have been cut, or the support has been cut. And then you can help out too as well that way. That's just something I think would be doable too. So I would not be playing for the next 4 years. I will be working on building wealth and getting all I can get, because the banking, there's so many other things that's going to snowball behind this. Things are going to dry up in a sense. Credit may not be as plentiful, or a lot of wasteful, they call it wasteful spending. I don't call some things, I don't think it is wasteful spending, but you know, I think that let me see here. I think that let me see. Yeah, okay. Just had to block some folks. But yeah, but I think that a lot of this is going to be a great thing for you. You just gotta, the taxes will hurt the economy, and the GDP will be 8.9%. Horrible, yeah. Yep. GDP will be 8.9%. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The tariffs is going to make it a little, everything is going to be different. Yes, it is. But that's why everybody got to do something different than you have been doing. You're right. Everybody got to, yeah, like the Great Depression. Exactly. And that's what they're saying. So, yeah, we're up for a rough ride. But you got to be strategic, like now, not like after the holidays. You got to get your plan together like now. You know, I'm not saying you don't have to celebrate Christmas and the holidays, but you got to think more about what's going to be your next move. You definitely do. And don't spend too much out there, because most of the things is overpriced anyway. Do something more for Christmas that is more meaningful. Do something different that can be memories that last forever. That's my take on that. Yeah. But But yeah, but I just kind of wanted to share that. But let me see. I think I did all of the other. Yeah, I gave you all of the lists. I gave you the list of the things that I think that will be the services that will be affected. I did call those out at the beginning. I did, yeah. So we did do that. And I just wanted to kind of let you know who's all in his cabinet and who's all going to be a part of this new administration. And for you, business owners, entrepreneurs, get your stuff together. Don't take it lightly. Get it together. Don't take it lightly now. This is not the season. And give it up for my girl, Hope. Thank you, Hope. Uh, oh, thank you, Hope. I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you. She's been over here hardening it up for me. I thank you, girl. Thank you over here in TikTok. So hopefully a lot more will have seen the video. Yeah, so, but anyway, any questions, y'all? I don't have to just cut off, just leave y'all. Yeah, just ask me some questions. So some of you heard. Okay. Oh, hey, lady, what's going on? Nothing is certain. Hey, it's scary these days lately. Yeah. How you doing? Yeah, I had forgot about you. It's been crazy since the last time you got on live with me. Yeah, we got to do a live together and talk about some things. But yeah, we'll be okay. But we have to play chess. Just get out here and play chess. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate you for being here listening to us. So, just being that critical, just thinking critically right now is very important for us to just do that. Like I said, enjoy the family and happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all. But we definitely need to be paying attention to what's coming down the pipe. That's all I'm saying. And those, see, and everybody, y'all can just Google it. You can Google all of the names I mentioned. You can just Google and see what's going on, what's going to be happening in January. And look at the YouTube. They're talking a lot of the political analysts and that the Democratic analysts, the Republican analysts. A lot of them they are saying some of the same things. It's definitely going to hurt the self-employed hard people, the hard in the hard work, employed, hard work, self-employed. I don't think it's going to hurt the self-employed people in more so than it will the workers. I don't. You know why? Because small businesses won't suffer as much. I don't think. No, not as much. Because if you come up with a plan, like I say, you see because a few that I wrote down when I was researching and studying this and preparing this for y'all earlier today. Farmland. If any of you want to buy something, buy some land. Transportation, and that's like the tariffs and stuff. I know a lot of things may suffer for is the ports and things like that. That may be a little struggle, but you got to think about the lumber and real estate is going to go up. It may not be REITs is going to be a little bit. I believe, in my opinion, it's going to increase. They're trying to get away from single family homes. That's for sure. But at the same time, real estate is that they're trying to go to more of a renter. They used to talk about that years ago when podcasts first came out back in 2010 and 2011. I used to hear this stuff way back then. That's before a lot of people kind of got podcasting and everything. I used to listen at them. Yeah, when the iPhone and iTunes before Steve Jobs passed, and because he's the one that came up with the concept and the idea when they first people start listening to podcasts. I was listening at it back then too. And they were talking about this, y'all, way back then, 2010 and 2011. They were talking, yes, they were talking about it. It might have been 2009. They were talking about it. Yes, they were. I remember hearing the conversation. I may have some of them still downloaded on some of my external hard drives. I just need to sit down one day and just kind of see, can I find a few? But yeah, they used to talk about this, what is happening today. They were talking about it. Buying up, farmland and how things were changing and how the food was so much synthetic, modified things, all this stuff that we are in the know about now. They were talking about that but nobody was really paying attention. And this is where I don't want you guys to go. Okay. This is where I don't want you to have it hit you in the face. Deportation of the immigrants, who are 40% of the American workforce, will hurt the economy. And yeah, it's going to hurt the economy because a lot of folks is not going to work for the wages that you know, the immigrant, those immigrants were, and the tariffs. Absolutely, absolutely. But you got to ask the question. So what's the plan? Will they direct their work to the prison systems? Ha ha. You never thought about that, did you? You don't know. Oh, you a self-employed cab driver. So how's your things going with your cab? So how's that going? So you just don't know what the plan is, because I'm sure that the billionaires have conversations that we don't even know anything about. We have no earthly idea what's going on. But you have to pay attention. Pay attention to follow the money, y'all. Follow the money. That's all I got to say about that. Follow the money. When you follow the money with the decisions makers, then you will be surprised. If you do your research, you will be surprised at so much money that's nobody's saying anything about, that's really a conflict of interest, has been a conflict of interest in the past, have been, Noam Chomsky. I used to listen at him. He's getting much older now, but just go and listen at some of his. He's a thought leader on the economy, and I used to listen to him years ago. So he talked a lot about things that we are seeing now. Well, you better you better get you some in. Yeah, the legal way. But yeah, but only thing you got to do is strategize, pay attention, come up with your plan. Like, yeah, come up with your plan and make it happen. And pay attention to what's going on in the world. You got to pay attention. Y'all can't sleep. We can't sleepwalk anymore. You can't say, oh, whatever. Well, it ain't affecting me. Well, I'm gonna be all right because God gonna take care of me. Yeah, I know God gonna take care of me too. But God say, if you don't look, you can pray all you want to, but if you don't get up and do something, God is not gonna put it. I ain't gonna put it in your lap. That's what He said. I ain't gonna put it in your lap. I'm quoting Fannie Lou Hamer. Hey, she said that, and it's so true. We have to take action, and we have to think about. We got to work on that personal development. We got to work on us, and we got to continue to let that be an ongoing thing every day. We got to work on us every day. I tell myself that every day. I got to work on me, work on me, work on me. We really do. We have to work on ourselves, and we got to stay motivated. We got to eat right so way we won't get tired. We got to eat right so way we can take our medicine. Mastering healing at home, I tell you better take care of yourself. If she's still here, she'll tell you got to take care of yourself. So there's a lot that we have to do, and that's what I say. You got to first do that personal development, that personal care, that personal touch, that personal whatever before all in. And you gotta don't let anybody else kind of lead and guide you and tell you how your life should be, which way you should go, what direction you should take. You know every day what you need to do. Whether you do it or not, that is on you. Are you going to wait until something hits you, or are you going to sit there? And you know what I noticed too? You're going to sit there and just, be a bystander, or just be complacent, not be proactive about anything. But I just remember anytime there's like free things, government assistance, all kind of little opportunity, free money. When the thing happened in 2020, I don't want to say that too much on these platforms because they be funny about that censorship with that. Everybody was gang. Yeah. Okay, good. Everybody was, They were spending money. They wasn't thinking about the future. They wasn't thinking about trying to start a business for the most part. Most people was trying to scam the system, getting more PPP loan money. And a lot of folks that told y'all they were gurus and they showed y'all they Lamborghinis and they showed y'all all these other things. They're not even here anymore. I've been doing this thing since 2016. And a lot of them came on the scene to 2020 when they saw it come up because everybody was having that money and nobody could leave home and they was spending money and man, I tell you, now some of them you can't even find them now because they were just trying to come up and now they sitting back. They don't know what to do now because they couldn't continue it because it wasn't real. They were doing something. It was a fad, and now most of them are broke. I just got a good friend of mine sent me a video yesterday about this female. She was teaching people how to do trucking. And she was calling herself a line on everything, just showing all of that lifestyle marketing and all of that kind of stuff. But y'all sit there and believe all them people. Y'all sit there and believe everything they say. It's sad. But somebody can tell you the truth about something, and then we got life all mixed up, people. We really do. And we got to get it together because 2025 is going to show you something if you're not ready. 2025 is going to show all of us something if we're not ready. And I'm just here on my little edge of the world, my little corner here. And I want to just give you what I have and give you what I know to start your business. You don't have to worry about me. You don't have. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. But you don't have to. You don't have to listen to me. Yeah. Hey. Let me see. You in your little corner too. Yeah, I'm over here in my corner too, just trying to use my gifts and my talents to help you. And that's what I need you to do. I need all of you to do that. I need all of you to use your gifts and your talents to do what you need to do. Because you got something we need. Y'all know my spiel. You have something we need, and I know you can give it to us. You can give us exactly what we need. Package it, get out here, make it happen, ride these waves. The next 4 years, your survival plan is not hard because it will be beneficial for you in the long run. Because the billionaires, they believe in making money. Okay, all right now. That's right. Okay, Hope. All right, I hear you, girl. Work on that plan. Hope say she working on her plan. That is awesome. I love to hear that. Y'all know this kind of stuff make me smile. Yeah, work on that plan, girl. Work it. Yes, Winning Train said, yeah, you sound like me. I'm serious, y'all. It is time out. And you know one other thing, you notice there are so many distractions at the end of the day. And let me say that if any of you feel like I do, all this stuff that's been coming out about the celebrities and all this kind of stuff. And I said, you know what? So many of us put them on pedestals for all those years, and we looked up to them all those years and look at the life they were living. Was it really worth it for us to give them our energy, even our buying their products, our money, and our money contribute to, we didn't know it now, but let's just think about it. Some of your money, when you supported what they did, when you supported their music, when you supported this and you supported that, some of your money went towards the demise of them in the way that they treated some people. I know it wasn't your intent, you know what I'm saying? None but distractions. They were paid actors from the dark ages. Don't get me going now. Yeah, and that's why this world need a revival. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then he'll heal the land. God ain't finna do nothing right now. Y'all know how that. Y'all biting and get on here and put each other down. I can't stand that stuff. I don't like to see y'all putting each other down. For what? Come on. Putting each other down. And y'all, why y'all? Some people love to see somebody else downfall. Mm, the trick of the enemy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's sad, but I think we'll be okay if we just focus. I mean, yeah, we'll be okay. We have got to. Whew, we've got to. We got to do something different, y'all. We've got to. Oh yeah. Hey, hey, my ex. How you doing? That's how I feel. Why do we put one another down all the time? We are all human. Yeah. Hey, hey, how you doing? Yep. All right. And that's my ex-husband, y'all. See, we get along good. How's it going? How's it going? How's the family? Hope all is well. And we forget that people just like ours go through problems, and I seen them today. The gospel singing. I'm telling you, you know, God didn't have us here. Hey there, Janus Martinez, trick of the enemy. Yeah, chapter. Let's say Chronicles 2:7-14. Chapter 2, Chronicles. What you say? 2:7-14. Yeah, I think I couldn't see it at first. Yeah, but yeah. I'm good. I know it. Yeah. How's the business going? How's the business going? But yeah, I just do believe that right now, how they say, if you don't stand, I just said this the other day, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And I believe right now that we definitely have to be intentional, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Let's see here. Yeah. See what's in. Yep. All right. Right. We forget there are people just like ours going through problems. I see. Yep. You're right. Okay. And I so agree with you. Yep. 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 All is well. That's good. So I I think anybody else have any questions? I mean, I'm fine. I'm just want to make sure I don't. Vice President Kamala Harris would have been a great president. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And one thing about it, you can tell this nation we need a healing. I won't get into the deep part of that, what you're just saying, but we need a healing because the moral compass that this country is going to face in the next 4 years, y'all, I don't think you're ready for it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think we're ready for it. My topic was 4 year survivor plan. I ran over, you just got in, but I was talking about, just what we need to do for the next 4 years in the this administration. And I kind of like went over the ones in the cabinet, and then I was talking about the business planning, the business planning that everybody need to do, and then I talked about the billionaires that's going to be in the administration. So that's what we were talking about. Yeah. So I'm on Bigo and TikTok. I'm over here too, and then I'm Simon Cass, and I'm on YouTube. I'm on, of course, you on LinkedIn following me, and then I'm on my Facebook channels too. Yeah. So what? But anyway, yeah, it's good. Yes, yes, yes. So anyway, I'm gonna get off this one. Y'all hang out. I'll hang out over here with y'all. If y'all over here want to catch me on Bigo or TikTok, y'all come over there. We're going to end this broadcast now, and I will talk to y'all later over here on the main camera here. See y'all later.